Want to take a quick second this evening and talk a little bit about risk and how to think about that. Risk is what professional traders spend most of their time thinking about. We, of course, are in this game to make money and are looking at, always looking for high potential trades. But we think about that a little bit differently. We look at a trade and we think about the probability of it working out in our favor. And then, even more important than that, we think about where the market will tell us that we're wrong. So what you're looking at here is the SPY. It's the S&P 500 ETF. And as you can see, we last week broke to the downside out of what was a bit of a consolidation pattern in our eyes. This is about the best kind of pattern that you're going to see for our money. We tend to love seeing patterns like this on whatever time frame, because what the market is telling you is we moved down aggressively and then we kind of chopped back to the upside as price tried to consolidate. It got weaker here and couldn't really push back up to the top of the channel that it had started to make, and then we broke aggressively to the downside. We'd actually been looking at this pattern for the better part of 6, 7, 8 days, thinking that it was going to resolve itself to the downside, and sure enough it did. But what we wanted to talk about today was, how should you have been thinking about, or how should you at this point be thinking about your risk? And the point of the matter is, there are a lot of different ways to skin this cat, as it were. You can, if you don't have a position, or if you just took a position based on this break right here, where would you set your stop? You can set your stop at the top of this channel, saying that if it went back through here, then clearly this pattern has been violated. You can set it at the top of the channel, saying if we finally did go back up and break through, then the channel, the setup has been violated. If we went back up into the channel, you could say it's been violated. If it went above this level right here, you could say it's been violated. If it went above here, you could say it's been violated. So at the risk of being redundant, the point that we're trying to make is there are a lot of different ways to decide where the market is telling you that you're wrong. But what we want to emphasize is, have a place where the market tells you that you're wrong, first of all, and second, listen when the market speaks. So in our minds, if we had just taken a position here, we would likely say, if the market were able to make it all the way back up and not only take out this high right here, let's broaden this out for you a little bit, and not only take out this high here, but also take out this little, rolled congestion area here, we would say, what, time to get out of this trade. So we would exit, and we may even look for a re-entry, i.e. we would look for it to set up again, and maybe take it again and use this as our next stop level. Or we may decide that the market has gotten stronger and is going to push higher, but that would be a decision that we made at that time. So our point in this is, if you want to improve your trading, and you haven't to this point been a big fan of having stop losses, become a big fan of having stop losses. It's one of those things that every trading book that you read, every professional trader that you talk to will say it, and everybody will agree that it makes sense. But most people, when it comes right down to it, will not employ them the way that they should. And trust me, a loss taken is much more quickly and easily forgotten if it's small relative to your overall portfolio, and if it was taken according to plan, and that a loss taken after you knew that you should have gotten out right here and you stayed with it and you got out somewhere up here, well off this off the chart that you're looking at, then you would be beating yourself up for some time to come. And more importantly, you would be reluctant to take the next trade because you would no longer trust yourself. That's it for this week. We hope you guys have had an awesome weekend. Looking forward to some good intraday trading this upcoming week, because there's should be lots of news flow and lots of very good opportunities. We look forward to talking to you next week. Take care, guys.